Hey guys and gals and all the above, welcome to Jazz's Trains. This is my review of the Georgia Coastal Railroad and the Kingsland Station. This is in Kingsland, Georgia, of course, just across the border here in Florida. I have done several train rides with them. This was our conductor ride. Now, fair warning, it was raining. I mean, holy crap. I thought I needed to see a Noah's Ark come by to get us on back. So a lot of the footage just didn't make it out. I'm actually going to share with you and show you how bad it really was. But that being said, it still got some decent stills and some other great shots, and I know you guys are going to love it. Um, just throwing it out there, I am not sponsored by them. In fact, I actually seeked written permission to use their information. The links are going to be in the description. Also got links with one of their other affiliates, Neutral Zone Studios, who I actually did the Sci-Fi train with Mrs. Jazz's Trains. Did that with her. That was her first time on both their railroad and Neutral Zone Studios, and that's one of their popular ones. But I'll link to a few of the other ones as well. Though it is a fun experience, no doubt about it. It was entirely awesome. I'd gladly do it again anytime I can. Well, stay tuned. Well, guys and gals, as you saw from that short little clip, yeah, I wasn't kidding with the raining, and it was raining like crazy. That was actually the most usable footage of any of the videos that I got of any of the shots. So we are going to go through some stills. First of all, I'd like to introduce our train engineer, Richard Long, and he is engineering the EMD GP15-1 number 1547, which was manufactured by EMD back when it was still part of GE in 1979, and was eventually sold to the St. Mary's Railway in October of 2020 and has been in operation there ever since. It is my second time being towed or being around that particular railroad. As stated earlier, with Mrs. Jazz and myself, we did the Sci-Fi train located over at Neutral Zone Studios, and then I got to do the engineer ride with, again, our engineer, and I learned quite a bit here and there. And I'm also going to play a real quick interview I did with him regarding what it takes to be a train engineer. Here we go.
Well, if somebody wanted to be an engineer, how would they go about doing it?
You got to go to the railroad and get a job as a conductor. Got to be a conductor for a while, then they'll send you to school.
Gotcha.
Takes a long process.
Well, about how long is the run we're about to go on?
10 miles.
About what, 90 minutes, give or take, front and back?
Well, round trip will be about an hour and a half or so.
10-4.
Thank you again, Mr. Long. I cannot say enough about him and how good of an engineer he was. He even let me operate the horn for the train, obviously not the actual controls. Speaking of which, here is the engine panel, which is the startup and control for the actual diesel electric engine that is inside this train. Apparently they have not changed much in the last 50 years. It uses a diesel generator to generate electricity to turn the wheels. Now here is a picture of a railroad crossing. This is an ungated or an unmonitored, if you will, crossing. These are most common simply because gated crossings are very expensive and most roads don't require it. However, the procedure is the same, and I found out that there is an actual procedure for 4 horn blasts while encountering one of these road crossings. Usually it's a short blast, especially in a residential neighborhood. Mr. Long was very kind to make sure that when we did approach these, because again, obviously this is at night, that we did not try our best to disturb the neighbors and around. So if y'all are in the area of a railroad track and you keep hearing the horns, keep in mind the engineers are very well aware that you're there and trying to sleep. And contrary to what you might think, they actually do their best to not make as much noise as possible. But they actually have to give 4 blasts when approaching any road crossing, which is why if you're near a crossing, you are going to hear the horns. Once again, I cannot say enough about my experiences with the Georgia Coastal Railway at their Kingsland location and doing the multiple train rides that I have. I highly recommend, if you've never done an engineer ride, please sign up for one. They also have several themed train rides ranging from comedy to the aforementioned sci-fi train. They even have a murder mystery train, and of course seasonal trains. And links will be in the description below, along with a link to Neutral Zone Studios, as they are partnered with the Sci-Fi train, and another place that's near and dear to my heart. As always, please like,